Hey guys, it's me, Joe, giving you my thoughts on the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2. Mostly everybody knows that they came out with a Superman box set that contains all 5 films of the Superman movies. Superman 1, 2, the, uh, the Richard Donner cut to Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, I believe it was called, and then Superman Returns, which is supposed to be between Superman 2 and 3. But this is basically my review of the Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. Apparently what happened was that Richard Donner was doing Superman 1 and 2 at the same time, and that something happened to where the funding or something with the money was going bankrupt, or there wasn't enough money to finish up the picture, something about along that lines of the story. So Superman 2, I guess, kind of got taken over by another director, or somebody else finished up the saga. I forgot how that kind of went. So basically, several years later, word got out that Richard Donner, or that fans wanted to see what Richard Donner had in mind. So last year, they finally released the Richard Donner cut of the film, which usually when they do a director's cut, it's only maybe a couple of scenes here or there that are different. It really doesn't take away much of the story. But here, with the Richard Donner cut, it was almost 85% of the movie was brand new scenes that weren't even in the original cut of Superman 2. Like, there was no Paris scene at all. If you remember, Lois somehow is taking an elevator. She's on the undercarriage of the elevator trying to get the story of the terrorists that are on the Eiffel Tower, which starts to fall to the ground with the explosives attached to it. Superman then is able to stop the elevator from falling, was able to rescue Lois, and he's able to take the elevator that has the bomb, flings it into space, which then releases the 3 enemies that were in Superman 2. Nun, Zod, and the girl who I don't remember her name at this point. But in Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, none of that Paris scene happens. Basically, it's kind of like reviewing of what happened basically in Superman 1, where we see the Superman Kal-El's home planet exploding when he was a kid. We see the meteor. The meteor flies by the trapped figure that holds the 3 enemies. Then we go to another flash of Clark, Superman, Kal-El, older, where he has the kryptonite necklace on him, and then Miss Tessmacher taking off the necklace of kryptonite. Superman then flies away from there, sends the missiles that were headed to the dam up into outer space, where the missiles explode, and that releases the characters, the arch enemies. So as you can see, it was completely different. I would go into other differences, but it was really kind of awkward seeing Superman 2 with kind of like a different story or different scenes. Like I said, mostly like 85 to 90% of the movie was brand new, which was an interesting, very interesting take on Superman 2 and what Richard Donnor had in mind for doing of the Superman 2. That being said, that if you can try to find it, rent Superman 2. Kind of curious what your own opinions are of it. And one thing I'll try to do is, if you guys want any movies for me to try to critique and see what my opinion is, go ahead, email them to me through the messages on either the YouTube site or the MySpace site or whatnot, and I'll try to review what I can if I have the movies or if I have any prior knowledge of the movies. So take care, guys, and have a good day. Bye.